Your morning business report, President Trump is warning federal workers could lose their jobs if the government shuts down next week.
And a major automaker recalling tens of thousands of vehicles over safety concerns. Your reporter Jesse Mitchell has those stories and more.
Congress has until October 1st to pass a budget bill to keep the federal government funded. Now the White House is warning federal agencies to prepare for mass firings should the government shut down next week. According to an Office of Management and Budget memo obtained by CBS News, departments are advised to consider sending reduction of force notices for programs, projects, and activities that lose funding and that do not align with the president's priorities. Congressional Democrats have described the memo as intimidation, as the White House has publicly blamed the party for the stalemate over passing a clean funding bill. Honda is pulling the plug on production of the Acura ZDX electric crossover SUV, which was assembled by General Motors plant in Tennessee. In a statement, the Japanese car maker cited market conditions for its decision to stop making the vehicle. The move comes as U.S. federal tax credits for EV purchases are set to expire next week. And Ford is recalling more than 100,000 2020 and 2021 F-250, F-350, and F-450 pickup trucks. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the steering column upper shaft could separate while the vehicles are in operation, causing a loss of steering and increasing the risk of a crash. NHTSA says Ford is not aware of any accidents related to the issue. Impacted owners will be notified starting next month to take their vehicles to the dealership for a free repair. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Jesse Mitchell.